him and the guitar player kind of vibe. You know what I mean? They're getting it. They're both kind of like into it. If they're faking it, they're doing a goddamn good job.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. You know what I'm saying? Because they're just like, bam! And he's just like, ah! You know what I mean? It's just like, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, and kittens wearing mittens. Yes, I will repeat that joke, even though most of you won't find it funny. But
it's going to stick now. You have to do it, dude. You have to do it now.
It's going to be the thing that I do. We are here. We are rockers, and we are serious about what we do. My name is Ralph Fuso.
My name is Cody Walker, and ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Rocker Reactions. I am super psyched to introduce our arc reactor for this week. Frontman of the amazing band Any Given Sin. If you aren't a sinner yet, fix your gut. Fix it. Would you fix it if you were going to be a sinner? Would you break it? I don't know. Go support Any Given Sin and become a sinner. That's what you do. Vic Ritchie, how you doing, my brother?
Doing great, guys. How are y'all?
It's so good to have you back, brother. Anything we do with you is good content as far as I'm concerned.
I like it. I like talking to you guys. Always have.
Hell yes. If you guys haven't checked him out yet, make sure you go check out our other reactions with Vic. Make sure you go check out our interviews with Vic. He may or may not have discussed some new music coming down the pike and a new tour coming up. All of that stuff. Quickly, where are you going? Who are you going out with?
Absolutely. So we'll be June 3rd to June 21st. We will be out with Crobot and Shaman's Harvest. Kind of New Hampshire to Colorado. Please check out those dates. Without me going through them.
Yes.
But definitely it's going to be a good show. 3 great bands, smaller intimate venues, so it should be pretty awesome.
Links in the description. People go get them, go support. Ralphie, I know you're excited about this one, brother. Who are we doing?
Well, we're doing one of the long time legends in the music industry. He may not be a pop star, but he's one of the biggest, I don't know, underdogs in the industry, I guess. I don't want to say that because I think he's fucking fantastic, but
well, and he's an undeniable influence.
He's undeniable.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's done a million things, and we're going to talk about him today. We're going to highlight him, and as you say, spotlight him. And Glenn Danzig, and his career with all of the different things from the Misfits to the actual Danzig, self-named project that he did. In between there, he did some other stuff. We'll talk about all that stuff, but today we're going to cover a song that is not like what. Let's face it, Danzig is known for the song "Mother." Okay,
Yeah.
That's like the song that he's known for.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And everybody knows, oh, Mother, yeah, cool. And everybody remembers the video. And we can go back and talk about that because there's some interesting information when it comes to that. But he's done some really cool shit outside of that I really appreciate. And today we're going to cover the song "How the Gods Kill" and the video, which I think is one of his best works. So Vic Ritchie is with us from Any Given Sin. Vic, what's up, dude?
What is happening, my man?
Are you a fan of Glenn Danzig or the Misfits?
Of course, absolutely.
Okay.
I can't.
OG, man.
I can't say I'm that familiar with them. They're one of those bands, and I'll probably take shit, but they're one of those bands that even the Misfits, I never really sat down and listened. They're not a band that's really. So I'm very unfamiliar with this song. Like you said,
Right on.
I am familiar with Mother, and I'm sure I know other songs, but I couldn't tell you from the names or anything like that.
But yeah. Danzig is a huge, though he's a huge presence in the industry. He really is. He's well known. People respect him. I mean, he's got some negatives behind him as far as his personality. There's a lot of people that say, let's face it, there's people that say he's an asshole. You know what I mean? And that comes with the territory.
Yeah.
But the truth is that you never know. Maybe he's very much in touch with reality, and he's an intellectual. I think he is, anyways. I think the man is very smart. I think he's one of those people that is very much in touch with his spiritual side. And, I really do. I just think that for the most part, he doesn't like, I don't know how to say this. He doesn't like the way the world does business. He doesn't like, he's probably not a fan of social media at all. I would have to say that right off the bat. You know what I mean?
I can respect it.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things where you kind of look at him and you go, yeah, I get it. He's a tough, gritty motherfucker. He comes from the real side of life where life was tough. He didn't grow up a pretty boy in a rich family or anything like that. He grew up hard. I think he's from New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, either way, his perspective is what it is. What we take from it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I there's certain aspects of what he does in his works that I really appreciate. So let's get into this. How the gods kill. Let's watch this and let's talk about what we think it's about and why we think it's cool, or if it's not.
Yep.
Look at him looking all buff and shit.
He looks very, very contemplative.
Uh-oh.
Not what I expected.
Not what we were expecting. We were expecting like a growl or something.
I was expecting mother.
He's actually got a nice voice.
Ooh, I like that riff.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Look at that tattoo.
He's got some guns on him.
He's got some guns. Cool little,
really pretty hair too.
Yeah.
cool little hair sweep. Yeah.
Yeah, real quick pause. We'll just stop on this. Now I made this comment to Ralph and I think he took a little bit of offense to it, but you can't tell me that isn't the start of emo hair.
It's. I mean, I
Right?
can see where people were being inspired by.
Yeah, I mean, if they got this,
People-
if they got
I
this
don't think
going
that was
on.
Danzig. I don't think Danzig wanted that. But
No, no, I would agree with that.
But you know what? Teenagers need this haircut. Yeah.
All right, sorry, but I just had to make that point. All right, moving on.
Oh my God. Guys are bad.
In a darkened room, do you know the name of your solitude? If you ain't got the answer, if you don't know the truth, if you want the power, and let it flow through. Would you let it go? Oh, would you let it go? Oh, would you let it go? Oh, would you let it go?
I love the way he's building this.
Yeah. Ooh.
Cannot end this morning of my life. Show me how the gods
Oh, okay. Wait, real quick though. There's something awesome.
You stopped it too early.
I know I'm gonna get yelled at in the comments. Don't worry about it. You can join them. No, we're gonna. That's why I stopped though. We're gonna kick back into that because if it's gonna change, I want to. There's something very, I don't know how to. I guess beautiful about just a simple arpeggio of a power chord. Just it's very simplistic, but it just works with what he was doing. You know, not what like I said. You look at the overall look and what he's doing. I was expecting. Not like I was not expecting that at fucking
well, you know, and that's a good point you bring up, Cody. That and I guess we could ask Vic what his thoughts on this are.
Vic's like, please don't.
No, well, sometimes vocalists, frontman decide to go with, you know, the dynamics. They decide to go down that road. You know how much a fan I am of dynamics.
Absolutely.
So this is what I love about this song. That he decided to go down the road of singing it all mellow. Oh, you know what I mean? Yeah. He's doing this real soft, melodic. It's just, he's telling a story. And the story is cool, by the way. I wanted to talk about that at some point, but we'll keep going. And then it goes into the and he gets into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he gets the meat of it right there. That's dynamics at its best. You gotta give Danzig that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely.
This song has
because he even did that same type of shit in Mother. I mean, Mother was very just that one guitar, not really heavy until he got to that first chorus. So he's very good at using his dynamics.
This one is really, this is why this is one of my favorite songs by him. I love Her Black Wings. There's a ton of songs by Danzig that I love. I could list them all for you, but the truth is, How the Gods Kill is one of my favorites based on the dynamics.
Yeah.
So let's further this. Let's continue this.
I'll back it up so we can get into that heavy part.
Okay.
What I think's so cool about that part, not to interrupt the song.
No, you're good, dude.
It's how much, to me, that sounds like, not that he's like stealing it, like how much influence to me sounds like is almost from like the Doors.
Yes. He sounds like he's got a very Jim Morrison quality.
Yeah.
It's very Doors-ish. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
In a very good way. Like that, I had no idea he sang like this. I really
what a great point, Vic. What a great point you brought up. He does. He reminds me of Jim Morrison in a big way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just going off. You know what I mean?
It's like blues without being bluesy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's very cool, dude. I love the dynamic in this song. I love how him and the guitar, you could tell that him and the guitar player kind of vibe. You know what I mean? They're getting it. They're both kind of like into it. If they're faking it, they're doing a goddamn good job.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. You know what I'm saying? Because they're just like, bam! And he's just like, ah! You know what I mean? It's just like, wow, these guys have chemistry.
Yeah.
And that's important, don't you think, Vic? I noticed that with Any Given Sin, you and your guitar player have a lot of chemistry. And that's important. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with me and Cody. So yeah, it's important. And I think this song and this video have elements of that just fucking shine through in a big way. I love the chemistry and the power and the dynamics that are involved in this. Man, hats off, dude.
Hell
Glenn Danzig.
Yeah, because it even right there, it just dropped right. It sounded like it was getting ready to drop right back down into that. Would you let it? That do.
Yeah.
So it just
dude.
you have this thing, and then it comes up here, and then just drops.
He's a really good singer. He's got a great physique. He's a good front man. He's very inspirational, and he's legit. I would never look him in the eye and say that he's not like the real deal, because he is. He's totally the real deal. So I don't care if you like his music or not. You got to admit this dude has his shit together, and he knows how to put a presentation together.
Oh yeah,
for music in a big way. I mean, in a minute we'll talk about who he's written songs for too. Let's continue watching this.
Roger that.
Would you let it go?
That's so badass, huh?
Yeah.
That background.
Would you
Oh yeah,
let
absolutely.
it go? Oh, would you let it go? Oh, would you let it go? There cannot in this morning of my
I like how the guitar player is almost swinging those notes.
show me
Dun, dun, dun.
how the gods give.
Love that riff.
Yes.
Hell yeah, dude. He
Hell
can
yeah.
wail.
Ew. Ew.
Well, he has very sexual elements in most of his videos.
Yeah. Apparently.
Look at that. Almost Medusa-like.
Was that titty?
That looks like aliens.
That was weird looking, dude.
Wow.
Okay, wait,
Those
before
are
we go on.
guitars.
Okay, Ralph, you mentioned the story. What do you think this song is about? Like, cuz I was not, I had no idea. I thought it was more like of a kind of similar to the other stuff we were listening to, more like a self-loathing kind of I'm a dark person, and then they had the demon titty bitch going off just now. So I have no idea what we're dealing with.
No, I don't know what Vic thinks, and I would love his take on it, but I'll give you my take real quick. I think that this song is about Danzig's frustration with the gods, how he sees the gods. And when I say the gods, I mean, like, who knows?
The generalized creators.
It might be more than just, the Lord God, Jehovah, whatever you want to call him, or, Satan, the devil, Lucifer, whatever you want to call him. I mean, obviously, Danzig is known to reference Lucifer, you know what I mean, on many occasions. But I think he feels that there is a certain amount of discrepancies, a certain amount of, how would I call it? Basically a double standard, you know what I mean? A double standard between humans and the gods, you know what I mean? And I think that that's what he's trying to bring out, the hypocrisy of it all, So I think that's what he's saying, how the gods kill. Well, why is it okay for them, but not okay for us? You know what I mean? And in the Bible, it specifically states that we were created in God's image. And so automatically with that statement, we have this feeling of, well, you're our creator. We're like you. You made us in your image. We're your children. You should be around, number one, not just reading about you in a book. You know what I mean? You should be there for us. And number two, we shouldn't feel like there's hypocrisy to the story. You know, it's okay for you to do this and you to do that, and you to expect us to do this and do that, but it's not okay for us. You know what I mean? Our imperfection has been a constant bash on us. You know what I mean? We're considered lower. You know what I mean? Because we're sinners. We fuck up. You know what I mean? So where does it cross the line between the gods and us? And so I think that's where this story and this song is going, how the gods kill. I think he's kind of going, you know, where do we draw the line? Where do we question it? Where do we go, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think, Vic?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really cool take on it. Me just kind of catching the lyrics as we're going. Like, I kind of agree with it. It's definitely like, as I was just listening to it, like having that with your own spirituality, what that means, or who you are in nature, or something like that. You know, that's kind of where I was going with the idea. Obviously, you're a bigger fan, and you kind of know Danzig mindset a little better. So I'm kind of taking your word for it. I'm just like, wow, that's really cool. I'm like, wow.
I gotta take your word for it. Don't take my word for it, because
but like you've definitely analyzed this song more than I've had the chance to, and it, like I my first listen through, I would agree totally that this is like a bat with spirituality. But I totally accept what you're saying. You know,
it's kind of like a battle, huh? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a battle between whether or not you want to be completely 100% supportive of your creator and you worship him, or you want to question his methods. You know what I mean? That's the feeling I get from this song. Cody, what do you think?
I could see it. I wasn't exactly sure. Like I said earlier, when I was listening to it, especially in the beginning, you know, with something to the effect of, you know, if you feel alive in the dark, or something along those lines, it sounded very self-reflective. But now with the current visuals and the more you listen to it, it seems more of the spiritual end of the questioning something, whatever that something is to you, you know, I mean, because I don't know, I don't see any overtly like you said, I don't see any overtly like Satan references or God references. That demon lady wasn't anything familiar. It was just a demon of some sort, you know? But do you think the demon represented something?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I would call it a demon, number one. It definitely reminded me of what's her name with the snakes?
Medusa.
That it reminded me of that, but it also reminded me of with the snakes, and you know, my snake tattoos are reminiscent of that story in Genesis, where the devil deceives Eve,
right?
You know what I mean, and turns her away from God. And I think that there are some references to that stuff here. I think Danzig has those things are part of his, you know, his way of thinking, his way of writing. I think he includes all that stuff into it. And I think that this song has a lot to say with that. How the gods kill. I mean, come on, the name in itself tells you what the song is about to a certain degree. You know what I mean? I mean, he's basically asking a question. How do the gods kill?
Yeah.
You know, and how do they get away with it? How do they feel okay with it? You know, because murder is supposed to be bad, right? Isn't that like the first law in the 10 Commandments? I could be wrong. Thou shalt not kill. You know what I mean? So it's kind of referencing that, because according to the Bible, the gods do kill. Both the devil and God, the Lord himself, have killed. You know what I mean? On multiple circumstances and situations. And so, you know, I mean, I think it was, you know, how many times have his followers been tested based on challenges from the devil? You know what I mean? There's a lot of circumstances in the Bible. Like, look, I'm not trying to fucking do this, you know, negative thing towards, you know, the Bible or anything like that. But there are some stories in there that are like, whoa, what the hell is this all about? You know what I mean?
And you're right. When you say it like that, it does kind of seem like he's questioning those
Yes,
those,
exactly.
for lack of
You
a
know
better
what I
term,
mean?
hypocrisies, you know.
Right. Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
That's how he's viewing them.
You want me to kill my own son? Why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how the gods kill, to me, that equates to those stories that are in the Bible in the early Old Testament. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I get out of it. I could be completely wrong. Danzig might want to punch me in the fucking face. That's okay. It's all good. So shall we watch more?
Yeah, let's do this. All right.
That was it.
All right, here we go. Oh, and then right back.
I bet he bought that on Amazon.
Is that a dagger? Oh, apparently I should have just let it run. Interesting. Interesting.
Very cool, man.
No, I dig it. I dig it. It was not like I think Vic nailed it on the head. It feels like that Danzig is like the Jim Morrison of rock and metal, because holy shit, he sounded very much like Jim in that.
Yeah. It's very cool the way he does the melodics.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Got to admit the dynamics of that. What do you think, Vic? Are you a fan?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm a fan of Danzig, but then like that song really had a lot of Morrison vibes, which I like Doors and I like Morrison. You know, so it's like it was kind of a double take for me. Yeah, like what is that Danzig? Oh no, that's it was that. Yeah, cool.
No, well, I'm wondering what you think about artists, singers that use dynamics, like bands like Tool. He uses dynamics a lot.
I like Tool.
You guys do as well, and so I think that's important. I think it makes the song shine, and this is what makes the song shine for me here with How the Gods Kill. I think his doing the melodic verse and then going into that harder chorus is very cool,
Yeah, no, I love that element. I think it makes your chorus, when you do those kind of things, it sets parts apart from each other, and it gives them all their own feel and their own identity, kind of in the song. But when you have some dynamic to them, it's not just like one continuous run-on thing. You have all these different. It's almost like chapters in the story, or something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That Danzig has. He's really got a lot of accomplishments behind him, behind him, and we should talk about some of those because he's written songs for Roy Orbison and Johnny Cash. I mean, he's not just,
Which is two people you would never think they would tap Glenn Danzig to write for.
Oh, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he's just in the industry in a big way. He's been a part of feature films like what was the name of the movie? My wife can help me out with this. I forget the name at the moment, but with Christopher Walken, Prophecy. He was in the Prophecy, one of the Prophecy.
Was he?
movies.
I didn't know that.
Thanks, babe. Yeah, he was in one of the Prophecy movies. That was a Christopher Walken based film. He was the star of all of those. There was a bunch of them. I think Danzig was in the second one. He played one of the Dark Angels.
Okay.
I don't remember if it's Gabriel or who it was, but that was cool. He actually, from what I understand, I could be mistaken about this, okay? But from what I understand, the info that I've gotten is he was considered at one point to play the role of Wolverine.
I knew what you were gonna say. I heard that same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Wolverine.
Really?
He was considered for that role, and I think he would have done great with it.
I could
to
see
be
it.
honest with you.
I
You know
could
what I'm
see it,
saying? Yeah, he's got the chops. He's buff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like.
Well,
it
didn't
made
he
sense.
just do a horror movie? Like his
And
own,
he just
horror
made
movie.
a horror movie recently. It's like a Western.
Like a Western vampire movie or some shit like that, right?
Western vampire spin. I can't remember the name of it, bro.
Here, I'll look it up right now. Go ahead.
But yeah, so dude, he's got his hand in the cookie jar for sure, on a lot of stuff. He's a very talented individual.
Death Rider in the House of Vampires.
Death Rider in the House of Vampires.
Yeah.
New Danzig movie. I think Danny Trejo's in it. Who else is in it?
Let me see.
There's some big stars in it. What's the one guy? I think he was in that movie Warlock.
Julian Sands.
Julian Sands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Glenn Danzig. Yeah. Danny
Yeah,
Trejo.
man.
Yes, sir.
So check it out, guys. Danzig is one of my heroes, and I'll tell a little story about him right now. When I was younger, in my mid to late 20s, I didn't have the facial hair, and I didn't even have long hair, to be honest with you. Now I do. I put it back sometimes for the show, but there was a time when I was younger and I didn't have the facial hair and stuff, people actually thought I looked a lot like Danzig. And I went through that for a long time. Then I started growing my hair out, and even more so. I mean, I would be walking, believe it or not, I'd be like, going through the checkout at Walmart, and some girl would go, "Is that Glenn Danzig?" And I bullshit you not, I got a free drink from some guy that thought I was Glenn Danzig. It was at the Roxy Bar and the Rainbow, the Rainbow Bar and Grill in Hollywood on the Hollywood Sunset Strip. This fucking dude comes up to me and goes, "Hey, come here." And I went up and I had my hair down, and he's all, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's all, "I'm gonna buy you a drink, bro." And I'm like, "Oh, I'll take a White Russian." I don't know why this guy's buying me a drink, but like 20 minutes later, he's like, "Dude, I just realized that you're not Glenn Danzig."
Give me my money back, man.
Yeah.
I know, right? And I'm like, "Sorry, dude, I'm not giving you your money back."
Thankfully, he
But
waited
so-
until you finished your drink. You get it up to your face. He's like, whoa, put that down. Let me look at you.
I know, right? Most people nowadays would never make the connection because I just look different. What is your ultimate perspective on this video, Vic? How do you feel? What's your takeaway? What do you think what do you think ultimately? Are you a fan of this design? Are you a fan of this approach? Or is this something that you're kind of like, "Oh yeah, that's cool, but not for me"?
Oh, no, I'm definitely a fan of the approach. I love a dynamic. I love a good hooky riff and some good, good lyrics and good emotional content. And so, no, it's like the formula is totally there for something that I'm a fan of, 100%.
Okay. Wow. So we got any videos coming up? Are you guys working on anything?
Yeah, so we're definitely, when the new album comes out, we're gonna have a new single, so there'll definitely be a new video. We're just we haven't completely put together that video to what it might be yet, but always excited to do that because it's weird. Like I'm the kind of person that can't watch myself on camera. Like it freaks me out. You know what I mean? Like I'm that actor that can't go to their premiere. You know what I mean?
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, totally. So like the video comes out, I watch it like one time just to give everybody like what my opinions were on the lights or whatever, and I'm like, never show me that again. So that's pretty much where it ends for me.
Oh man, that's funny. Never show me that again. It's almost like you're angry about it. No.
How dare you?
How dare you cast me in that light? No. Oh shit. So are you picky about that kind of stuff? Are you really picky about how you look?
I don't know if I'm picky. I'm just like, it's so weird to see myself. You know what I mean? Like,
really? Is it?
I don't know what like I have no problem hearing myself, on a song or whatever recording. I can listen to it all day. My voice doesn't sound weird to me anymore. Like there was a time anybody who sings, like their voice sounded weird the first time you ever heard it on a recording.
Yeah.
So, but like the video, it doesn't matter how many times I see myself. I'm like, that's what I look like. You know, like, what is going on? Yeah.
Trust me,
It's just a
man.
weird thing, man.
It's
Like,
not.
I
It's
can't
not a bad
stop
thing,
it,
bro.
but
You
it's
need to stop being so hard on yourself. There's a lot of women
Maybe
out
so,
there
yeah.
that appreciate what you look like. So it's
Thank
a
you
good
to
thing.
those
Trust me.
people.
Anyways, it's been fun. How the Gods Kill. I love the song. I love the video. I love Danzig. I'm a fan. I'd like to do Her Black Wings at some point, a
down.
reaction to that.
I'm down.
Vic, thank you so much. Guys, check out Any Given Sin. They are a truly legendary rock band, and you've got to check out their music.
Absolutely.
So they've got a new release coming soon. We're going to find out soon from Vic because he's a buddy of ours. So we're going to be probably, if we're lucky, we're going to be the first ones to let you know what the name of the album is and where you can get it and show you the new single, the new video, which I'm sure is going to be epic because these guys
Cannot
bring it
fucking
like
wait.
nobody's business. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Appreciate it.
Rocker Reactions, guys. Thanks for watching. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe button and ring that bell. My name is Ralph Busso.
My name is Cody Walker. Support Any Given Sin. Support art. Support artists. Support each other. Thank you for watching. We love every one of you. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be good humans. Always fucking forward. Peace.
Peace.